3 years away from home, away from my father, from my family, away from my beloved city. 3 years in England, wrapped in rain, fog and strangers. They were 3 years of longing, years where my heart ached with exile, carrying my son beside me through that grey foreign land. I remember every farewell at the airport, my parents' eyes shining with tears, the weight of silence in my chest as the plane lifted, and the sight of my city slowly dissolving into the horizon. In that lonely shadowed place, every evening I would close my eyes and imagine my city, Bucharest. I would dream of the parks where I strolled hand in hand with my son, the cafes where I once laughed with dear friends, the warm scent of my parents' house that always whispered, home. The longing grew heavier because my son felt it too. Together, we would look at pictures of home, our eyes wet with the same tears, aching for the warmth of family and for the vibrant pulse of our beloved city. Every time I returned to Bucharest, my heart ached, knowing it was only a temporary stay, that the clock was already ticking, counting down the moments until I had to go back to that bleak grey place. But now everything is different. The waiting, the longing, the painful goodbyes are behind me. I am no longer living. I'm finally back for good. This time, no one has to suffer because of my departures. My heart is at peace. I'm home. Home in my vibrant city, where every corner breathes with memory, where every street carries the imprint of joy and youth. Home, close to my kind-hearted father, who embraces me and my son with the warmth only a parent can give. The sun feels brighter, the air gentler, and every familiar sound wraps me in comfort. I can finally breathe freely. I can finally walk these streets, not as a visitor racing against time, but as someone who belongs. With each step, I gather strength, gratitude, and the certainty that I'm exactly where I was always meant to be. Now, both my son and I feel peace in our hearts. No more endless travels, no more living in places where we never truly felt welcome. We are finally rooted again. Today, Dad brought us grapes and apples, and in those simple, tender gestures, the magic of home seems to bloom once more. It's in these quiet, caring moments that I discovered the richest treasures, the enduring warmth of family, the steadfast bonds that distance and time cannot weaken, and the gentle, unspoken love that transforms a house into a true home. Here, in our own city, life flows with a natural rhythm. What once felt impossible in England now feels effortless. To live without fear, without the pressure of leaving again, without tears at the airport, without the ache of unspoken longing. Here, we can finally just be, and that is the truest form of freedom. And here, in the sanctuary of my studio, I sit with my canvas and my brushes, ready to breathe life into the autumn fairy. She has long flowing hair that tumbles like a cascade of chestnut and auburn, and she wears a long, elegant purple dress that sways like a gentle breeze through the autumn woods. Her presence is illuminated by warm autumn light, and around her, the air seems to carry the scent of fallen leaves, mingling deep sienna, burnt orange, and warm ochre in a delicate dance across the canvas. Each stroke of the brush is like a soft exhale, a release of years of longing and quiet sorrow. I let my fingers trail through shades of copper and honey, blending hints of deep maroon where the shadows fall, and brushing whispers of gold light where the sun touches her form. She walks gracefully through a wood of majestic trees, their branches heavy with golden leaves that shimmer in the soft autumn sunlight. Each step stirs a gentle swirl of amber, russet, and ochre leaves, creating a quiet magical rhythm beneath her feet. Through this act of creation, I feel my heart opening, my spirit untangling from the weight of the past. The autumn fairy is more than a figure of imagination. She is the embodiment of rebirth and transformation. She carries the promise that after years of longing, after seasons of pain, joy can return, painted in the warm, radiant and comforting colors of autumn. Each leaf, each shimmer of light on her dress is a reminder that the darkest seasons eventually give way to beauty, warmth, and freedom. And I want to say something to those who may be going through a difficult time. Even if you feel like you've lost everything, the season of grief doesn't last forever. The day of liberation will come. The day will come when your soul will breathe again, when you will feel the joy of being home in your own life. Investing in yourself, in your passions, in the people you love, in art and creation. These are the steps that guide you back to balance. Your children, your family, your city, all these real, tangible things become the balm of your heart. For me, this feeling means being here, in my beloved city, with my son, with my dear father, and my whole family. With memories woven into every street and every corner, with laughter echoing through our home, and with the small, simple moments that make life rich and meaningful. Here, I can breathe, create, and simply be. The seasons of sorrow have passed, and the reason of fulfillment has begun. Every tear from the past was simply the preparation for this moment, the moment when my heart is completely at peace.